Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back from holiday. So I'm sorry that I'm just now getting to this review for the Deliverance. I promised to review it, and so review it we shall. My husband and I will be celebrating our 10-year anniversary on the 9th. And we always celebrate Labor Day weekend because, you know, we have a little long weekend. The kids be off. And this time they were off. Like, they just went back to school today. They gave them folk all them days off. And it's like, I mean, really, they can just stay home and see you Monday. No, but they there. They there. When the school doors is open, they there. You know, perfect attendance around here. Anyway, let's get into this review. I watched it last night. Of course, I had to stay away from anybody else's review of the movie because I didn't want any spoilers. Like, I really wanted to get into her. But I did see a lot of disgruntled reviews, you know, like, and it, you know, it's from the Saints. And I just don't understand. It's like, y'all are ridiculous. Y'all don't give nothing a try. Like, y'all don't give nothing a try. And you make yourself look so, I mean, I'm trying to mince words here. I'm trying not to come off a certain kind of way. It's just really hard for me sometimes to sugarcoat. It really is. I'm a straight shooter. So sugarcoating really, it be bringing me to a pause. But I really, some of the Saints they didn't, you know, I'm not watching that. It's witchcraft. I'm not watching that devil. You would have got so much out of it if you would have just shut your ass up and watched the damn movie. It's not about an exorcism. It's not that. Y'all just be so ridiculous, man. It's just, it's like you don't even, like, you trying to come off like superior, like, oh, I'm so saved. You have to watch what you, not letting any of that in my, shut up. Shut up. Because we finna watch the movie, okay? Please be quiet. Please be quiet. Anyway, let me get into my review because we did a beat by beat here. I sat down, watched this on the Tizoob, okay? And so I got to pause and get me some good notes in, and, you know, and mash play and then get back in it. I got to do all of that. And get a real good close look. Because normally when I catch up on anything to take notes on it, I'm using my phone. But I had to get into her. Okay, full screen. So a family just moves in. They're getting settled. And as I said in the trailer review, because I had to deep dive into what really happened, especially after finding out that it was inspired by true events, and so I had to figure out what those true events were. They have them set in Pittsburgh, you know, whereas it really happened in Gary, Indiana. But anyway, you know, we had to change some things around. But go find out what really happened to the people. Anyway, the family just moves in. They're getting settled. You know, Andra Day, she's a mother. Her character's name is Ebony. Her mother is played by Glenn Close. Her name is Alberta. And she has 3 children, Nate, Shantae, and Andre. Glenn, listen, Glenn was pulling off this white lady that like the black men. She got mixed kids. It's always an asymmetric bob situation. Or, you know, one of them spiky cuts. Why y'all think? I feel like that make them feel like it's closer to, you know, like when the black girls get them a little short style. Like they can pull that off and still be white girl. You know, if you get my drift. If you get my drift. They can't go and put some boho locks in or some braids in and be coming to the cookout. We're gonna be looking at you like, now why you got your hair like that? But when they be cutting their own hair in them shortcuts, Samantha. Anyway, Glenn haircut. It was cute. She got a black baby daddy, of course, because Andrew Day is her daughter, and we know Andrew Day. I don't know if she's biracial for real. She looks like she comes from the tribe of Rihanna, or she resembles my friend, my old friend Kim Yada. And if you know her, then you know exactly who I'm talking about. And they look just alike. The same tribe. The same tribe. She has those hazel green eyes too. It's a tribe. I wonder what tribe it is. Anyway, they're beautiful. Either way, hands down. But that's her mama. Ebony, she got mommy issues with Glenn Close. Glenn Close was, we're not gonna call her Glenn. Alberta she wasn't around, I'm sure. Like, it's like from the looks of things, like she wasn't a present mother, you know, in Ebony's childhood. She was abusive. She was an addict. All of the things. And now she's reformed, because when we meet her, she down to the church. So she's, you know, turned her life around. She's saved now. She done found Jesus. And so she would like the same for the rest of her family. But they, you know, they have that contentious relationship. Child, they was having dinner, and she popped that baby. And listen, a part of the reason why I really don't understand why y'all don't give stuff a chance is because this is relatable to us. It's not, when you're watching Exorcism of Emily Rose and all of those type of movies, no, that ain't nothing we dealing with in the first place. It's not relatable to us. It does not resonate with the black community. But this one here, a deliverance, seeing somebody be delivered. Are y'all for real? Y'all didn't go through it. I don't know what church y'all was going to. I don't know what black experience you've had. But this movie was so relatable to the black experience. I don't know what was. And not in no bad way. Not in no bad way. It was just like, damn, we know. Yep. Yep. It was resonating with me. I don't know what's wrong with the people. But they didn't watch it no way. It was just, oh gosh, she gonna be contorted. They saw in the previews a little body contorting and all of that, and they just decided, nope, not doing it. It's the devil. Ignorance, I guess it's bliss. Anyway, because she hit that baby in the mouth. That's what I was gonna say. They're at dinner. And he said something flippant, and he got popped in the mouth. Who ain't got popped in the mouth for saying something flippant? Because I have. My mama didn't bust my lip. Now, that didn't happen. But I was still very much embarrassed and very much shamed. And I realized, okay, won't say that no more. Won't take it there anymore. I don't want to get popped in my lip. And everybody was looking like. Anyway. This is their first night in the home. And this is when the flies start swarming at the basement door. The youngest son, he wakes up in the middle of the night. And he drinks a gallon of milk. Just stands there and drinks all the milk. And so automatically it's like, yeah, no. Because why you stand? And sorry for the folks outside, because here we go. Got to do yard work right now when I'm trying to do a video. Anyway. He drinks that gallon of milk. And then while he's drinking the gallon of milk, this black bird just flies and lands right into the window. Of course, it breaks its neck. He go out there and stands over it and just looks at it. It's very weird first night. Ebony finds a bottle of vodka in her oldest son's closet, and of course she asked him about it. He gonna tell her, "I'm hiding it from you. You drunk." He didn't say all that, but so now we know she has a drinking problem. Um, y'all, the kids was walking home from school, and these little corner boys start bullying Nate, the oldest boy, throwing rocks and stuff at him, and he come home a little, scraped up from said rocks. And this lady go down, listen, she go right down there to him, throw that little boy to the ground. You put your hands on my child, or anybody in my family, you put your hands on him again, I'm gonna fuck you up. You got it? They was like, Mama want to go to jail again today. Mama not playing. And I was right there. Go ahead, Mama. Go ahead. Because people are crazy. This little girl in the neighborhood thought she was going to put her hands on my daughter. Did the same. I ain't throw the little girl to the ground. But I absolutely was. So what? Girl, what? Did you put your hands on her? Why would you do that? We got it straight. And you know how it is with little girls. Like, it be catty sometimes in the beginning. And then they hanging out, hanging tough every single day now. So, I mean, still, don't do it again, okay, sis? Don't do it again, niece. Don't do it again. Anyway, her mother, like I said, she's a new Christian, and she's, she want to take the kids to church, and Ebony, you ain't, why would we do that? She's giving her pushback. She's right now, she's on a journey. Okay, and in her journey, this is the rebellious stage where she ain't really trying to hear none of that Jesus talk. She don't want to hear it. It's too convicting for her, I'm sure. And I guess it's rich coming from a mother that didn't get it right. Now you want to be telling me what I need to do with my kids. And girl, please. She don't want to hear it. Ebony, she was outside having some peace and quiet, smoking her blunt. And Andre was out there talking to herself. Full conversation. Just having a full conversation with himself. It was pretty. Oh yeah, and what's your name? Oh, my name Andre. So where you live? What you got going on? She like, hey Andre, stop talking to yourself. I told you about talking to yourself. Get on in the house. No, we need to be worried, Mama. You let's use our heads. If he ain't never been around there having full conversations with just. Then I mean, let's have a seat. Let's talk. Who is that you was talking to? I did love the imagery of Ebony, her mother, and her daughter, the three generations. What's the face? What's the lady name? Alberta was doing Ebony's hair, and Ebony was doing Shantae's hair. Of course, the moment was ruined. Shantae got mad about something. Oh, she wanted a birthday party, like a big old shebang, and a new phone. And money is tight because they daddy in Iraq. I'm like, what he doing? It what? It's 2011 though. I did have to remember the time. So I guess he's deployed, and that's stressful enough because she has these 3 kids to take care of. They just moved. Now money is real tight. She has her mother living with her. Her mother is also a cancer patient, and so she has chemotherapy and all of that. I mean, we'll get to that. Well, I don't even know if I put that in the notes, but I'm here, so I'm here. Her mother has to do chemotherapy. And before, her insurance was covering it, but not anymore. And she finds that out. Oh, speaking of that, the lady that is playing the nurse, I'm just so happy to see her on this. I am. She's on Tyler Perry series Ruthless. Dang, what's her name on there? I don't know. Queen Mother? I don't know. That's not it, but it sounds right. It sounds right, but I don't know. Because I haven't watched it in a long time, but I'm always happy to see new actors in other roles. Because it's like, yes, you better read books. I love it. I love to see it. Because my happiness for you is going to draw all of it back to me. So you got to be happy for people. That's why you got to be happy for people. Anyway, she found out though that her daughter was taking care of the payments, and you know that kind of warmed her heart, because she wasn't expecting that. Not with the way they carry. I mean, she called her daughter a bitch. She had said something to her daughter, and Shantae said something flippant. She said, "Bitch, not right now, not today." I said, "Oh." Nah, bitch. Listen, Andra Day as Ebony, she just really just does the thing in every role, because the way she portrayed Billie Holiday, if you have not seen that, my God, okay, that girl is talented, because not only does she slay each role, she sings down. She sings down. She's so good. Anyway, oh y'all, Omar Epps is Alberta's nurse, and she was in there flirting with him, had her shirt all open. You ain't flirting with me? You gay or something? The black ladies across there, they mad. You know they mad because it's a white lady, and she be getting the brothers, because going inside, she was, getting catcalled. This man would come sit down, talk to me, and she like, no, not today. Not today. She had to go on in there, get her chemotherapy. She be in there flirting with the boys, the black boys. And Omar, he done taken a liking to her. He like, listen, take my number down. Take my number down. Call me later. They start seeing each other and everything. Ebony, she sleep and she's dreaming about this man. It's almost like she's having some type of reoccurring dream that she has on a regular basis. But it's this man. He's walking up to her, and I don't know, but she wakes up from that bad dream, and she hears, bumping and moving around in the house, and she, walking around trying to see what's what. And when her basement door is open, she closes it or whatever, but it stink around there. And the stench that is coming from that basement gave her the gag, and she started throwing up in the sink and everything. She's also hungover because, of course, she was drunk the night before, but it's a little of that. But her son walks in, and Nate, and he's asking about some money. He's like, "Where my money, Mom? Where my money?" And she's like, "No, where you get all that money? You see us around here. Where you get all that money? You better not be selling drugs, because if I find out that you selling drugs, I'm gonna whoop your ass. That's your ass." And he tells her that the money is coming from their dad. Like, they've been the kids been in contact with the daddy. Now this part of the story, we didn't even need it to be if daddy was just gonna be a ghost, never to return. Like, I guess they had to give us a reason for dad not being in the picture, but it just was like, Iraq, he all the way over there. Is it for the military, or is he just over there? Like, we didn't get into that at all. And he's sending money, and he's the only one he only talking to them. What, girl? What really happened with this daddy? We didn't even get into it. I guess because it ain't even important. Anyway, he been giving the boys some money, and he want his money. Like he said, I want the money because I want to get away from you. Both of him and Shantae, they tired of being broke. They say they tired of being broke. They sick of this. And kids are they just don't even understand. Y'all gonna regret that when you get your mama's age. You're gonna regret it when you have some kids of your own. Anyway, cause she don't deserve none of that. Like, it was really breaking my heart seeing this struggle in front of me like that, and it being another black person, but because it was a black story and it's a real story, it's like, damn, I'm so sorry that you was suffering like this and struggling like this, because it is not easy. It is not easy out here, and some people really have it hard. They really do. It makes you appreciate the life you live. It makes you appreciate your two-parent household that you've provided for your kids. It because she's a single mom. Like, that man wasn't in the house. He wasn't nowhere to be found. He wasn't no help. I guess besides sending his son some money so that he can get out. Instead of sending it to him so that the mother of his kids can be comfortable and their children. Fuck that man, whoever he was, whoever their daddy was. Anyway, they have a little spat about that money, of course, and he say something. He say something. He drops an F-bomb. I remember that, and of course she gives him one pop, like, what? And he pushes her back. I couldn't believe it. He pushed her down on the ground. And then the baby comes in. Because, of course, she finna get up and haul ass some more. Because, of course, now, after he done pushed her down on the ground, knocking dishes over and things. Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. No. The baby runs in there. Andre, he trip over the bat that's on the floor, pull down the TV that's on the counter, and it falls on his hip. It's just chaotic. It's obvious that it's negative energy that's being transferred all around in this room. It's just negative, just chaotic. It's all because of them damn demons. That's what it is. Anyway, he leave. I'm out of here, child. It's all too much. That night though, he ain't go nowhere. I guess he went on a walk because he was in his bed that night. she goes in there and puts his money back in his drawer. And she sits down and, she's like, please don't leave because I need you. She's trying. She's doing her best. Shit. Cut her some slack. Stall him out, Debo. Anyway, the next day, pest control, they finally go see what's going on down in the basement. It was a dead cat. It's going to be $60 to remove. She like, listen, just ask the landlord. He like, I get paid on the day of service. So somebody going to run me 60. And she like, listen, I don't have it. And Nate go in there, I got you, Mom. See, that's what the money for, Nate. Because, I'm sorry, but in them situations, when your mama's struggling, you the oldest, you got a whole band full of cash. Go on and give your mama some $60 to get the daggone cat out of the basement. He went and did it anyway. Like, it's not like she had to ask. I was really giving a lot. I really gave him a lot, like he was giving pushback. Anyway, Cynthia, who is played by Monique, she shows up on the scene. She done popped up. She's the social worker, of course, and she's no nonsense, very familiar. Like, it's almost like you, the relationship was kind of like, I don't know, not mother-daughter, but like, you need to get your shit together and please, girl, not today kind of thing. I don't know. Can't explain it, but I know that she did a great job portraying this social worker who is very no nonsense, very familiar, but she does kind of look out. Like, she cares. You can tell that she cares about this family and wants this family to do better and have better and all of that. But she pop up. The daughter sitting there with bruises on her arms. Can't nobody explain it. The youngest, he just got hurt that morning. But everybody gonna ride for mama. They don't really say nothing. They don't remember anything, nothing. Cynthia knows, that the kids are probably lying to her. But she was talking about the mama and everything. Fuck you and your mama, bitch. I'll be back next week. It was all of that. Like, they be cussing each other out, but girl, I'll be back to see what you got going on. Anyway, when she goes to her car, you we see Ingenue over there, Apostle. Damn, what's her name? I didn't even get her name on the show. Brenda, but Beatrice, Patrice, Brenda. What is the lady name? Ingenue. That's what we gonna call her, Ingenue. Cause that's what her mama called her. So that's what we gonna do. She in the car lurking, just watching, just sitting back looking. And they assume that they're together, Anyway, like they come in the tag team. They have a birthday party for Shantae. And at the birthday party, Dre, she goes into the kitchen and she hears this banging coming from, the basement door. Like somebody is just banging at the door. And she opens it and he's standing there just bam. 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 And then in a trance and then like comes out of it. She like, what the? Boy, what are you doing down here? You worried about him being in the basement, but I'm worried about the fact that he's standing there banging his head on the door. That didn't alarm you, Ebony. She worried about him being in the basement and not in bed. Get in bed. No. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Anyway. He says he was down there with Trey. Who is Trey? Oh, the boy. He live in the closet sometimes, and then sometimes he live in the hole in the basement. Nope. We got to take him to the hospital. Anyway, she brushes it off and just sends him to bed. She just sent him to bed, and then proceeds to get drunk. Instead, she sent all the kids to bed, and now it's time to get drunk. Now it's time to take shots. Of course, that night, here come the bump in the night and all the carrying on. Alberta gets up to check in on the commotion. And when she goes and opens the door, Ebony is like disheveled on the floor. And the kids are like in a huddle at the foot of, not at the foot of the bed, but at the top of the bed. All of them just hugged up in a huddle like they scared of her. And Grandma like, well, what the hell done happened in here? And none of the kids can say what happened. Andre just says, she threw us. Did she? She like, no, I didn't. I ain't touched them kids. Of course, Alberta got to stand in the gap. She like, get out. Get out. You need to leave these kids alone. Because now she's starting to believe you beating on them too. On the way to school, Grandma Alberta is taking the kids to school. And Ingenue is following them closely. She in her car right behind them. The kids go to school and show they show their ass at school. Okay, every last one of them. Andre, he in class, he pulled his pants down, boo-boo, right on the floor, pick it up and throw it at the teacher and eats it. A demon. Shantae, she starts her cycle and she just scared. It's giving Carrie. Okay, she done scared everybody out of class. Because she's just standing there looking at the people with that crazed look in her eye. And Nate in class laughing at the teacher. The teacher is giving a lesson. And she's talking about her brother who passed from AIDS. And she's also, explaining the history and how they were, treated and how he had to die on the street. And this boy is cackling laughing. Laughing real bad. And she's just telling the story like he died on the street. And that boy like, what? Say it again. They went to school and showed their ass. They really did. Um. Oh, and Timbe was also, and I wrote that in the notes. He was also there, and I forgot what his character was. Um, I forgot. And the lady from Ruthless, her scene partner was Glenn Close. I know she was like, because I would have been, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Anyway, of course they take the babies to the hospital, and they run all the tests. The doctor kind of dismisses things because the tests come back normal, and nothing is medically wrong, and she like, no, something's going on, and we're not leaving until you guys figure it out. And then she kind of presses on the lady, and her mama sitting there like, hey, calm down, let's not be rude to the lady. And the doctor sit up, and she like, well, I want to know about all these bruises on your kids. You want to talk about that? The next thing she walking out the door, because no, we ain't gonna talk about it. No, I'd rather not. Thank you very much. But Ebony, she mad at her mama because she feels like, you ain't protecting me. It's typical of your white ass to not protect me with my black ass, because it's cool to be black and around and amongst the black folk, cooking your collard greens, fucking on the niggas. But when it's time to stand up, you not there. You want me, you so worried about me being a respectable Negro for the white lady that you're not even coming to bat for me in front of this lady, and believing what I'm saying and riding. You not doing it. She tell her kids to get in her car, and they going about their business. She was mad at her mama as usual. Ebony and her mama, they having words again. And while they having words in the hallway, Nate in the bathroom drowning Andre in the bathtub. She running there. She can't get his hands pried from around that child neck for nothing. Alberta coming there. Can't none of them get the child off. And they'll, and finally, there's like a release, and they like fly back. And of course, Nate is like, what? Child. The next day, Cynthia, she's back. She there because the kids haven't been going to school. She want to know what's up. They have this moment, the two of them, because Ebony, she be feeling like Cynthia is judgy, like she's judging her. And she says to her, if you was a mom, you would understand. And she's like, I was a mother. She had a 7-year. Her baby died when he was 7. She said she took her eyes off of him for 2 seconds, literally 2 seconds, and he was hit by a car. Perished just like that. So when I see itches like you squandering your opportunity to be a mother to your babies, it pisses me off. And I was right there with you, Mo. I'm right there with you. But in this case, she ain't doing that. But see, they've had a previous case, so maybe she was a shitty mama prior to them moving in this house. But here in this house, it's the demons. In this house, she ain't beating these kids. It's not none of that. It's not none of that. I don't know what was happening prior to this, for her to have an open case with you guys. But she's telling the truth. She's telling the truth. Of course, outside, Ingenue, she's taking pictures. She's taking pictures. She finally approaches Ebony outside the bar, and she shares. They sit down at the McDonald's, and she shares with her that the house is possessed, and it's the reason her kids are acting this way. They're sick. She shares the history of the house and that she's been in the home. There was a family there prior to them. Oh, y'all, when she assures her that if she chooses to, utilize her services, that this isn't an exorcism that she's talking about. She says, this is a deliverance. Like, she don't need no intercessor list. Jesus Christ is her intercessor. This is what I'm talking about, saints. This kind of stuff will have y'all going up, but y'all don't want to watch it. Y'all don't want to watch it. Y'all don't want to get it. Y'all don't want to get into it. Y'all don't want to get into it. And we talking about Jesus over here saving lives, saving souls, and y'all don't want to watch it. Isn't that the point? I just don't get it. I don't get some of y'all. Y'all don't really save like you say you are. You don't really have faith like you say you do. You fearful is what you are. You got fear. Let that fear grip you from getting something from the movie. Because listen, it's something to be got from this movie. Anyway, oh, my stomach growling. I gotta eat. Anyway, she tells her about the family prior to that. A nice family, another black family, just like them. And the kid, the son, their oldest son, he started acting real funny. The demon latched on to possessed him. And she was over there, praying over the boy, and she had a moment of fear. She had a moment where she didn't solely believe, and that demon can spot that, pull that right out, play on your heartstrings in that way, play on your mind and all of that. And she had a moment of fear, and that demon got a hold, and like, it was too strong at that point, and too many of them for that matter. But she couldn't help the boy. She couldn't help the boy. And of course she's like, well, what happened? And she was like, I don't know what happened in that house the night after I left that house. I don't know what happened, but everybody in it was deceased. They showed us what happened, y'all. The mother, all of a sudden, was in that trance situation, and turned around, picked up an axe, and cut her husband's head off. And she came to just for a brief second and realized what she had done, and she was hysterical. Her daughter comes to the doorway, and when she turns around, now the demon is back, and she picks up the axe and runs after her. And I'm glad, we don't see the rest, but you can deduce that she killed her entire family, and then she hung herself. Craziness. While she's talking to the prophet, her mama is at the house being accosted by this daggone demon. She's walking around. She has her Bible in her hand. But see, you got the Bible in your hand. But you see how much of a word we got here. Some of y'all walking around with the Bible, but you're not using the words on the inside. You're not using the words that have the power. You just walking around with it ain't gonna help you, mama. Get to speaking. Get to saying what you need to say. That's a word. And see, they missed it because they're so worried about an exorcism. Some of y'all gonna miss it. And I'm not even being funny. I'm so dead for real. I'm so for real. I'm so serious. The demon like comes out, and it looks like it's that little boy. But the demon comes, like, takes control. I thought that it had possessed her in some kind of way, but it like pinned her down and everything. It was in her face this close. It was scary. Ooh, spooky, okay? But mama over there dealing with that. And she gets home and she finds her mother dead on the floor. It was really sad. And she really like was broken up about that. Even though she and her mother did not have the best relationship, like they were trying, she still loved her mother. She still loved her mother. And the cross on the wall is on fire. If that don't tell you demons are lurking in your home, then I don't know what will. Anyway, Cynthia gonna do her own investigation. She gonna do her own, because she on the scene. She gonna do her own investigation to what's going on around here at the house, cause something done happened to the grandmother and all of that. She gonna find out what's going on. Anyway, Ebony, she out with the kids. They just driving, and she runs in this store yelling for help for the kids. And when the man go outside to go see what's going on, the kids are just like sleeping in the back seat. So of course they're like, yeah, we need to see about you, because it's looking like they were painting her like she's, a crazy woman, or like she was the danger to her kids. They do a psych evaluation immediately. Of course they take the kids, which is probably the best thing for them, because they need to not be in that home. But while they have Andre, wait, because I done skipped something. Sure did. Because Ebony went to the apostle. She went straight to the apostles' church, after that, because they done took them kids. She got to get them back and all of that, but they're in foster care temporarily. She goes to that apostle and she shares, a bit of her childhood trauma. That dream, that reoccurring dream that she keeps having, she was assaulted. She was SA'd by this man in her dream. And her mother is the one that gave her up to him and told her, you can talk to God about it. Yeah, her mama was. You won't shit. She good now, but no, girl, we ain't forgot. We are not forgetting. But they pray together. She prays for her. And because we got to get sis prayed up. We have to we got to make a believer out of her, because if you don't believe what it is we got going on here, then it's going to hinder the deliverance. There's another word, and you missed it because you're so hung up on an exorcism. Y'all, I'm gonna keep saying it, because the way it is so asinine. Whew. Anyway, at the hospital, Cynthia, she witnesses the possession herself this time, and now it's like, yeah, something is up. Something is up. And that truly happened. That is a part of the real story. The boy climbing walls in the hospital and the social worker seeing it. Nurses seeing him convulsing, foaming at the mouth and all of that. Them seeing this child clearly be possessed. Speaking in this deep ass voice. Yeah, that one of them nurses was like, I'm not going back in there. The doctor was like, you're not going back in there? I'm not going back in there. I would have went home, honestly. I'm not in the hospital. I'm not on the floor. What? No. Good day. Ebony come up there to that hospital. The people looking at her like she done did something. But she go in that room and get her baby. Take him, put him in a wheelchair, wheel him right on out the back door and into Ingenue's car. And they take him on to the house so that they can go on and get the deliverance going. She tells her that, before they get started, don't listen to it. Don't engage with it. It will try to manipulate you. It will try to pull at at your emotions and your mind and all of that. It's gonna try. It'll also shift into. It can form into a loved one, or don't let it get in your head. And that's exactly the first thing it did. It formed into Alberta. The teeth was sharp as hell. So like it's like that in these moments, like they can't hide. That's what that oil is about. Bring that demon to the surface and up and on out. Teeth all sharp, nails all sharp, looking just as decrepit. Somebody can smell your nappy pussy. Who wrote that in the script? Cause listen. Anyway, it takes the form of her mother, just to get at her. But the apostle starts pleading the blood of Jesus, and all the demons must flee, and get out. The demon gets the best of the apostle, because it like breaks free, because it was chained up. It breaks free, and beats her down. I mean, beats her down. The other kids, they're in the house going through, or wherever they were, because I didn't know, were they in the house or like wherever they were in their respective foster homes. But Nate, he throwing up in the hallway, and it's bad. And Shantae in her bed, she's bleeding from her eyes, from her mouth. She's in some sort of trance. And it's all because of the name of Jesus. Them demons, they're trying to take their host out, on their way out, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's going to be up to Ebony to save her family. On the apostle, she's dying, and so she gives her the oil, tells her, do not fear. She's like, I did it again. I did it again. Don't do it. Do not fear. She puts up a fight a little bit. She, as in Ebony, and cause she, the demon turns into her. Now it's her. Now she's battling with her own demon, which is also a message. She started, she's also putting up a fight, calling on Jesus and everything, and the demon, it's still not in your heart. You don't believe it in your heart. You just saying it. And the demon knows it. He got his foot on her neck, and choking the life out of her. Life is flashing before her eyes and everything. And it's not until she's devil. Nope. You see when I was just getting to the good part. Anyway, it's not until she's in that limbo state that she realizes her power, And where does the power lie? In the scripture, in the words of God. She started quoting them scriptures. And I mean, with conviction. Okay? It's believable now. Now the demon like, wait. Just think about, remember all the good times we had. And ain't that what the devil be doing? Nope. She not going back. This is true repentance here. This is true deliverance here. She not going back. So the demons, you have to go. Okay? She's calling them out. She starts speaking in tongues, and word on the curb is, listen, that was a real moment. And a real moment, it felt like. It definitely felt like she was truly having a moment there in the spirit. And I love to see it. I love to see it on my television screen. I really did. Like, she started speaking in tongues, y'all. And listen. Don't it make one just get up and run? Make one just take a lap round the church, round the kitchen. Anyway, the demons got to go, Because she sincerely started believing that the word of God and she and her son were delivered. She take her kids, though, and she moved back to Philly. And really, that's the end. She say she and her man gonna work it out. It was a happy ending. It was a happy ending. So, the real house, the one in the original house in Gary, Indiana, they tore it down. But there are still weird, stories about the happenings, which is not far-fetched, because in the real story, they were talking 200. They were talking a legion. And so what we just witnessed was one demon being cast away and sent back to hell from whence it came. But they were dealing with a lot more. It was a lot deeper than that. So I'm sure that the area is just, I'm sure it's dark, and I'm sure it feels, icky. I'm sure the energy is very heavy in that home. So yeah, it's almost like gives you like that Amityville horror Amityville. Yeah, ain't it? What's that movie? I know it's Amityville, but you know what I'm talking about. The house made them do it. The house made the folks crazy. Anyway, I enjoyed the movie. Good job to everyone involved. Everyone did an amazing job in their respective roles. Lee Daniels did a great job telling this story and bringing, awareness to this black family, because this ain't the when it comes to the spiritual realm and things like this happening to people, it's not just happening to white people. It's not. So if I'm sorry if because it's folk that feel like that. That's some white folk shit. No. Your cousin got a few that y'all need to go see Apostle Ingenue. Uncle so and so need to go see Apostle Ingenue. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.